The rental market in the GTA has been quite active lately, and there's been a lot of competition amongst tenants that are applying for rentals. So, I wanted to share a little bit about why this has been happening with the rental sector, what we're seeing on a weekly basis, and potentially some things that could be done to help. Now, there's a recent article released by the Toronto Star that I want to look at for a few things, and the headline reads GTA rentals hit record $3,000 a month, creating a very alarming situation. My name is Matt. I work with the Linda Maguire team here in Burlington. And if you have any questions about buying or selling real estate in the GTA or just want to chat about the market, you can click the link below and book a call directly with our team. So the first thing I want to look at in the article is the breakdown of where rental prices are for different property types. So it says studio condos rent averaged $21.24 per month. One bedrooms $24.84. Two bedrooms were charging $31.25, and this is where we saw this number pass $3,000 for the first time. And only micro apartments under 350 square feet were renting under $2,000 a month, averaging $1,993. Now, keep in mind this article is referring to the GTA and mainly Toronto, but it's not far off what we're seeing for prices in the Burlington, Oakville, and Hamilton area. We've seen rental prices on average increase anywhere from 10 to 15% year over year right now. And that's well above the average of about 5 to 5.5% that we've seen over the last 10 years. Now, for some real life examples, I've dealt with a couple of clients of mine that are landlords that have rented their properties in the last few weeks. The first one was a townhome in Burlington. We received 7 offers within the first few days, and it rented for over the rental asking price. And the other one was a 1-bedroom condo, also in Burlington. We received 5 applications in the first week, and it also rented for above the asking price. So why are we seeing rental prices where they are today? And why is there so much competition among applicants for rentals? Well, a lot of it comes down to the fundamentals of supply and demand, and we simply do not have enough supply for the levels of demand we're experiencing. On the supply side, we've seen new development starts from builders trending downward lately, and we've also seen purpose-built rentals stalling out a little bit, and this is happening at the exact wrong time. And although rising interest rates are a significant factor to these developers and builders, the development costs and construction costs that have increased since COVID are also a disadvantage for the developers and builders that are considering developing new condos or developing purpose-built rental buildings. Now, on the demand side, there's a number of reasons we have these high levels of demand. The first is 1 in 3 Canadians actually rent where they live, and this number is actually higher in urban centers such as Toronto or Vancouver. We're also seeing higher levels of immigration and population growth in Canada, especially in the urban centers like Toronto as well. And another reason we're seeing more people renting is because of the higher interest rates. Let's say a couple years ago, before rates went up, you were ready to get into the market to buy. Now rates have skyrocketed. Affordability has changed dramatically, even though prices have come down, and a lot of people are choosing to rent for the interim until they see some stability and are ready to get back into the market, or until they can afford to get into the market. We also experience people that cashed out and sold their properties when prices were at the peak and decided that they're going to rent for the foreseeable future. So all of this is creating very high levels of demand, especially in places like the GTA. So what can be done to help with all of this? Well, first I want to focus on what you can do as a current tenant or somebody that's looking for a rental. If you are looking for a rental, it is important to have all your documents that you require for rentals in order and ready to go. Make sure they are organized, make sure there are no questions or no holes in your information so that you can provide a good rental application to a landlord and hopefully give yourself a better chance at getting a property. Now, for people that are currently renting, I've heard a lot of horror stories lately about landlords that are either increasing rents when they shouldn't be or aren't allowed to, or even wrongfully evicting tenants. And if you're somebody in this situation, it's important to know your rights. So if you are in this situation, feel free to reach out to us. We can connect you with a paralegal that deals exactly with landlord and tenant issues. But again, it's important to know your rights as a current tenant. Now, with respect to the supply issue, I think it's obvious that we need to increase the levels of purpose-built rental buildings that are being constructed in the GTA. And that can be done in a number of ways. I think the government should work with these developers to help speed the process along of getting these developments approved. They could also provide some sort of incentives to developers to build purpose-built rental buildings rather than buildings that will be resold to consumers. Now, I know it's easier said than done, but with higher interest rates and construction costs and material costs, these builders need some sort of incentive to build these purpose-built rentals. And hopefully over the next couple of years, as immigration are increasing, the government will address this and form some sort of action plan to get more purpose-built rental buildings into the GTA. Thanks so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this update on the rental market in the GTA. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out. We're happy to help. I'll talk to you soon.